hypnotized by the sound of your heartbeat. My soul is overwhelmed. I find it hard to be discreet. I feel your presence in the room. The way you're killing me is a murder. It's unheard of. Let's take the love imprisoned in us and let it go.
I am everybody, and welcome to the Disabled Team, and welcome to your weekly fantasy show, which I've got right into. I won't lie, I've got right into it now. How are you doing, Russell?
Good, thank you. Yeah, I'm just watching the Liverpool derby penalties, so I can't see the comments yet. But yeah, everything's good, mate. Let's just say I got to the last game and I was in love with Salah, shall we say?
I bet you bloody well. He saved your bacon, man.
Oh, he did. He did.
I know. I had everyone. I had loads of people going, "You sporty." I was like, "How can it be sporty?" Saying that, when we go into it, I actually, because we had all the problems with the screen crashing. At one point, I think I had Haaland as captain, so I was actually able to swap it. It was originally on Haaland, but I was able to swap it through the app. So thank God I could. Otherwise, I'd have been in dog territory. But yeah, I got pulled through.
In the meantime, the viewers and me and Lee suffered because we couldn't do it. So anyway, his first comment at Dick. Hello, my lovelies. Hello, my man. I hope you're doing well.
Hello, Harvey.
How do you feel about us losing to Wolves, Armani? I mean, me and Russell talked about it earlier on, and we just said now that, to be fair, to be honest, we need to concentrate on league. And it's not really that big of a thing going.
I'll be honest with you. I am completely not bothered. I'm not even going to lie. There's a little bit that's kind of glad we went out. I don't want to run. I don't want any cup runs this year. So until we're got a better team, better first 11, better squad, we can have a cup run. Right now, I've got no interest in cup runs.
Nick just managed to make 9 changes.
9 changes he made, didn't he?
Yeah. Good.
I'm glad he did. To see Sonny Perkins and Joseph and KRB and stuff play, and played well.
Yeah, good. I mean, like I say, it's a good run out for them, good experience, and we haven't got any fixture congestion, and we won't get any injuries. So yeah, let all the other teams have their runs and build up, get tiredness and build up injuries, and let them out. The Forest can do that, and they can struggle in the league and have their cup run. They can get knocked out in the quarterfinals or whatever.
Bournemouth as well.
Yeah, whoever. Yeah, I mean, it's all good. Teams down below us, I hope they go deep into it because it's going to affect them in the league.
See, West Ham lost. I mean, they're not. I know West Ham fans are happy, but they lost as well. And
West Ham, in theory, they're below us, aren't they? We got a game in hand on them as well, so yeah, probably wanted them to go through for now.
Let's start there then. Question: who, in your opinion, is the most important pick?
I believe that's Salah.
Salah, De Bruyne, or Kane? Right. What I'm going to the possible captains. Here we go. Right. Let me. Oh, damn. She's called some of the captains I've picked so far. I've even done a nice little graphic for you. I get just sugar. How do I do it? Share screen. That's it. So she's got these are most reliable captains, aren't they? Haaland, Salah, Kane, Rashford. I think now you've captains what everyone's talking about.
Yeah, Rashford. That's an interesting one. Rashford. Okay.
Yes. Personally, I'd go Salah. I would. I'd go more Salah against Southampton.
Do you know what I really like the look of? And I hate to say this, Harry Kane, because I only just noticed it tonight. Richarlison got some minutes, and also Kulusevski's back. So annoyingly, I was kind of hoping we could maybe be playing a lesser Spurs team, but I've got a funny feeling we might get a bit of a beating at Spurs.
I mean, if you want to go totally off pick, these are captains what I don't think anyone's talked about. Well, I haven't heard anybody talk about them anyway.
Mm.
Have I got it on my screen again, Lee?
What made you put Rashford up there out of interest, Stu? I've never heard anyone speak about Rashford.
Because he's facing Fulham and he's in a bit of form.
I think Rashford, Fulham aren't too bad though, are they? I mean, I think that'll be a pretty tough game for Man United.
That's the possible captaincies outside the box.
Is that your wild card captain? Is it?
Yeah, like a wild card sort of.
Thing. Is this what you've done? So for every game, you've put a captain.
Well, for every most important games, yeah. Like okay. Trippier last week, he got 12 points. He's on a combined pointage now of 89 points.
Yeah, he's killing me right now, Trippier. For some reason, I'm kind of refusing to sign him. But what I was going to say, I don't know about that Chelsea game. It could be, that's an odd game, isn't it? I mean, Newcastle are flying. I still refuse to believe Newcastle can keep this up. I don't think they'll get top 4. But Chelsea are really surprising me. You know, they're poor, aren't they? Really poor.
Yeah. She meant for the rest of the season.
Well, yeah, but it's all game dependent, isn't it?
It's game dependent, but I think it's also injury dependent as well. Haaland normally, this time last year, Haaland for Dortmund, it was around this time, he was out for up to 3-4 months just with injuries alone. Like, he had a really good, promising start, then he had like a running with injuries, and then towards the end of the season, he obviously got injury-free. So it all depends on game, it all depends on the player and the game week itself.
Well, out of 3, out of Salah, De Bruyne and Kane, I'd go Salah as my first pick, De Bruyne as my second, and Kane as my third.
De Bruyne first, Kane last, Salah second. I've picked that randomly. I'll go with that.
De Bruyne, I'd go Salah first, De Bruyne second, Kane third.
I think the easiest captain, if he was just going to whack it on one person for the whole season, is Haaland. It's as simple as that.
Oh, yeah.
You just whack it on Haaland and forget about it.
I'll be honest with you, Hermione, right? As you know, this Saturday I'm a Christmas thing. But what I've done is I've done my captaincy already. I'm not waiting till last minute because I know what happens. Everyone waits till last minute, wait for team news, and then it goes down and crashes. I've brought Salah into my starting 11. I've made Salah my captain, and I've made Haaland my vice captain.
I'll probably be waiting till last minute to be honest with you. Whether I get on the stream, I don't know this week. It's Saturday, but if I do get on, you're probably going to see me stressing because I got a funny feeling the way it's kind of panning out for me. I might be one of those people late on the stream going, "Is any team news yet?"
I might keep it on Almiron. Just Almiron, do your thing, mate. Go on.
Well, yeah. I mean, let's be honest.
Sit back and enjoy it.
He's as good as anyone right now. I mean, I think he's probably he's probably one of the most points out of everyone, hasn't he? Sure.
No, Trippier. I think Trippier's got more points on him.
Well, he's one behind De Bruyne in the midfield stakes. I mean, that's unbelievable. I mean,
yeah, Trippier's got 89 points. I think Mo Salah I think De Bruyne had 122 or something like that. Anyway, over 100.
Yeah, it's crazy.
122 for Haaland. Yeah.
Pope. I didn't realise Pope's the top keeper as well for Newcastle.
Yeah, I got Pope in as well. Mm-hmm.
Very nice. If you could only pick one, if I could only pick one, Armani. If you're not going for De Bruyne, if you're not going for Haaland, I'd have to say more Salah now, because I think he's picking up points now, and he's picking up form, and he's actually playing down. He's playing down middle now as a freak. So he's getting his scoring boots back on, and he's loving football again.
Do you know who I thought was god awful in that Liverpool game? And I can't believe Nunes. He is awful for Liverpool. How is he £80 million worth of player? I've never seen so much turn. He can't even control the ball. His decision making is awful.
Yeah,
it's so bad. But it's weird. I've been watching things after. Yeah. And everyone's going, "Oh yes, I knew Nunes." So I was like, I mean, he could probably get goals, but I mean, he, as a player, he was dog awful.
It's rash. He's a rash player. He snaps at his shots and everything.
he just I don't know. Just for me, if you're paying 80 million, you expect the best of the best, and God, he is Aldi standard. If you ask me. Right.
The only people who can't see like it's not worth 80 million, unfortunately, are Liverpool fans who watch him week in, week out.
I mean, does anyone else think he's brilliant? Or am I the only one that's like?
No, I don't. No. Look, they bought him because of his record with Benfica, didn't they? The problem is that league, what Benfica playing, me and you could score in it.
I think Benfica alone themselves, they're proving a point. They don't even need him. Well, I mean, they finished top of the group.
I said this last week. When Liverpool said to Benfica, "We'll pay you £85 million for Darwin Núñez," they jumped at it. They couldn't believe the look. They couldn't believe the look.
Nope.
But they did that because Man United were interested in him at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't know much about him until they signed him, and then I mean, I know this is we're not going off mark because Núñez is a player people could sign. So I mean, he'll probably get. He's an odd player because he does get. I think why everyone likes to sign him in fantasy football is basically because he's greedy. He just takes shots. He just thinks of himself all the time, which I guess in fantasy world is quite good for you. But as a player, I don't rate him at all so far.
Yeah, Liverpool did it, didn't they?
Right, what's your advice? I did not ask about Captain or Haaland. Which one would you pick? Who is a direct choice if only one allowed one? That includes you too, Lee. So who would you pick out of Salah, De Bruyne, or Kane?
I pick.
She didn't say captain neither.
Always Salah.
You go Salah.
Yeah. Always Salah, my captain. I'm a
No, she didn't want a captain. She just wants a player who you go with, not a captain or vice, a player.
Always Salah.
Salah. Right. So who would you go with? Who win the captain? Just as one of them three.
Almiron.
Yeah, you've got to answer the question.
Honestly, Almiron is a top 4 player right now. The only player who's higher than him is Kevin De Bruyne, and he's cheap.
But she might be looking for the striker.
Striker, it's got to be Haaland or Kane. Salah for me, no. If something could happen, he could get an injury.
If you're not listening to what she's saying here, she's saying, I did not ask about the captain or Haaland. She says, which order would you pick? If you forget Haaland and forget Almiron, out of Kane, De Bruyne and Salah, which order would you pick them on?
De Bruyne, Kane and Salah.
Right. That's all she wanted to know. What about you, Russell?
Is it just for this game week, Stu? Just this game week?
I'm assuming so. No, for the rest of the season.
Okay. For the rest of the season, are those three? I'll go Kane, Salah, De Bruyne.
So I'd go Salah, De Bruyne, Kane.
All different views, which is good to see.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I guess that won't really help. But how you doing, Ian? And hello, Alison, at the bottom. How are you guys doing?
Ian says, we are top of the league. We are top of the league. Brilliant. Well done, Ian.
I guess that's Darlington, is it?
Darlington, yeah.
Good. I hope they go up.
And I haven't forgot about what we were talking about, Amani, when you sent me that message, and I'll show Russell in a minute. We're going to go through teams in a minute, guys. Would you go probable consistency or probable improvements for the rest of the season?
Potential consistency.
Consistency.
By a mile.
Consistency means regular or improved.
Improved.
You go for improved.
Yeah.
There you go. Three, 4 different options. You got there in the end. Thank you very much, Amani. Get well soon to the Bath City player.
Well, what happened to the Bath City player?
I don't know.
You have to tell us more, Ian. We're intrigued now.
Alison, I hope you're doing well. Matt Bet. He must have scored again.
I guess he's the scorer for him.
Yeah, must be. Must be. Right, so do we go through teams now and then we can have a good chat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's see everyone's team and let everyone. I mean, obviously, if Salah hadn't done what he did, I'd have said, "Then that's not going to get through the teams." But let's go through the teams now, I think, because yeah, I got something good to talk about.
Right, well, Lee doesn't know who's first because I've just put them by numbers this time 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. So Lee doesn't know what who come first. Share screen. Here we go, guys. Right, here we go. Share. Right, so in 16th position was Griffalo Soldiers. He got 31 points this week. He's got a total of 138. His team lineup is Larice in net, who got 2 points. Cancelo got -2. I think we all got punished with Cancelo. And he was his vice captain. Van Dijk was his captain with 4 points. Thiago 2, Shaw 3, Zaha 12, Fabinho 2, Gallagher none, Foden 1, Haaland 5, Havertz 2. On the
I'm going to
bench,
throw it out there, Stu. Oh, wait, sorry. Yeah, you got on the bench, sorry, mate. So I'll shut up.
Right, bench. Ramsdale got 6, Coutinho got 0, Young got 1, and Jesus got 2.
I'm going to throw it out there, Stu. I don't think he's playing it.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure his captain the week before was Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Right. So what we're going to have to do is when it comes to Christmas, you know, before we go live, we will take away the ones who are playing.
Wait there. Maybe I'm getting it. Wait there. No, maybe he is playing it because last week.
Just change formation.
Oh no, I know what would have happened last week. Someone will come off his bench about. And it just happened that someone came off his bench and it's changed the formation. Yeah. Oh wait, no, has he made a transfer? Last week he had Haaland. This week, no, yeah. I think he's not playing. He's just kind of the computer's automatically changing his stuff around. So yeah, I got a funny feeling he's not actually really playing it.
Right. So Justin, Bernardo, Tony, consistent-ish. Cresswell, Esse, Firmino, potential improvers.
Justin Bernardo. No, I think Justin's injured. I think he got injured last night, just to let you know. So, yeah. Firmino could be. Eze, definitely. Do you know what? Eze was on the 3 bonus points, annoyingly, until the last minute goal from West Ham. He was on for 3 bonus points. It was really annoying.
So that's 16th. Now we want 15th, Lee.
Yeah, that should be.
Why don't it automatically go? But never mind, we'll get there.
I think.
Right,
I
I'll
think
make one in the. Sorry, this is Happy Amaret. Bless her. She got 43 points. Takes her total to 336. Alisson got a 3. Zanka got a -1. Trippier got a 12. Cancelo got a -2. Bowen got 2. Trossard got 5. De Bruyne got 7. Murphy got 6. Mitrovic got 0. Haaland got 10. Skamaka got 1. Martinez got 2 off the bench. Woody got a 2, sorry. Gilbert got a none. Anthony got a none. And Tompkins got a none.
Is Happy playing anymore?
I think so. I spoke to her. She sent me a message today.
Oh, she is? Because I was looking at her transfers and she didn't make it. Her last transfer was game week 13. She said she's got transfers to use, but she hadn't used them. So I'm confused.
Number 14, the person who's in 14th is Team Pool. He got 68 points this week. Alisson with 3, Kilman 1, Alexander-Arnold 2, Trippier 12, Ealing 1, Zaha 30.
Yes.
De Silva 2, Marsh 2, Trossard 5, Johnson 2, Kane 8. Look at that bench, not 1 point from that bench. Henderson 0, Ramsey 0, Mateus 0, Tony 0.
I'll be worried if he uses bench boost.
And it's good to see. Isn't it good to see Luke Ayling in the team? How's that? You don't see Luke Ayling. Jeez.
Planet 24 picked up 41 points this week, taking his total to 343. He had Henderson in net with 0. Saliba 8, Cancelo -2, Delot 0, Dyer 1, Rashford 2, Grubb 9, Andreas 6, Saka 10, who made that was his captain, Jesus 2, and Haaland 5 as his vice captain.
Oh, he's got Maddison.
Roderick got 0, Munchevich got 0, Madison 11, and Mings 1. Ouch.
Yeah, that Madison one's that's a
Bit of a stunner, that, isn't it?
not
Vibes, right? Vibes. Now this is weird, right? Vibes changed his whole entire team.
or you got hacked. One of the two.
His team took it. All his team just. Amani put Schumer. His team just got. He took all his players out and brought all new players in.
He could have got hacked. I mean, if you've done that, whoever he is, if you're in the comments, you're off your tits. But or you've just been hacked because I can't make. I don't know why you make -28 transfers, but fair play for him. You know, at least he's a man that takes a risk, shall we say?
Well, to be fair, I don't know how, but he finished with 53 points.
Yeah, well, 53 take off 28, so what he ended up on, what's that? 25 points.
Wow. So Raya 2, Saliba 8, Trippier 12, Cancelo -2, Alexander 2, Almiron 8, De Bruyne 7, Trossard 10, Martinelli 3, Wilson 1, Moore 2. On the bench, he had a bit of a stinker on bench. Ramsdale got 6, Haaland got 5, Billing got 7, Dyer got 1.
Yeah, I mean, again, if it's someone actually doing those transfers and he's just he's happy to take -28, you know, fair play.
Fair play to him. Yeah.
Yeah. Looking at his flag, he's got a bit of a JJ Okocha about him. He's a madman. I like it.
Right now, 11th was our very
Hey!
Did really good this week.
Fantasy football we have.
She got 50 points, did Hermione?
Yeah, well, 46.
Which I don't think it's too bad. Misley got a 1, so that's Scar got a 2, Christiansen got a 0, Trippier got 2, Bernardo got 1, Foden got 1, Zaha got 12, Trossard got 5, Saka got 5, Wilson got 1, Haaland got 10. A bench is a bit of a I don't know. Let's see if it would have made a difference. Ramsdale got a 6. It would have made a difference. She would have got an extra 5 from that. Firmino got 2. Not really. It's only a point difference between Firmino and Bernardo, isn't it? Saliba got her 8 though. She should have played him instead of Christiansen. Nico Williams got 1.
Yeah, I mean the Christian ones are kill. I mean Leeds got a nothing, did they? In that one. I mean, I tell you what, that Trippier one really annoys me because he should have had that clean sheet taken away, but somehow he keeps getting taken off before they concede. So the Shaw one, obviously, no clean sheet there because Southampton got that pointless goal, but they did. And the Man City players were quite frustrating looking at this. Foden,
Foden.
Yeah, so and Wilson as well. I mean, he came off at half time, didn't he? So
injury again.
So yeah,
right.
I do like look at Firmino for next week though. I think that'll be good. You definitely got to bring him off the bench against Southampton at home. Definitely.
Right, Amanda, I'll put this comment on because she's obviously here and we've gone through a team. I have ditching Mesley and Ramos to prevent myself from selecting them. Dropped Saliba and Ramsdale, silly me.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. I didn't expect Arsenal to keep a clean sheet against Chelsea. So
they're a poor side, aren't they?
Yeah, but I thought Chelsea would have scored. So brave, fair play to people that took the risk. I mean, you got your points, but I was surprised.
I am dumping Foden and Bernardo too. Falling out of love with Man City midfielders.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut there.
Right, 10th.
So you guessed, you.
Right, 10th. Hang on a minute. Whoa, didn't say what she got total, did I? She got 362 total. Now, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I think did she get 46? Because she had -4, didn't she?
I think I did this after when everything settled, I think.
Or is it? Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I think it says 50, but I think she might have got 4. I think it's actually 46, I believe.
46 points, right.
Yeah, because the -4, I don't think it just shows on that thing there.
Right,
No,
that's
it
what
doesn't show.
I didn't then the -4, and then I'll add that on to the next one. Now that I know. Now that I know, I'm learning slowly.
You learn. Yeah, it's no problem. I mean, it doesn't really make sense. I think that if you take a minus, I think your score should be with the minus. If you see what I'm saying, it should say 46 rather than 50. So it is a quite the way they do it doesn't make sense, to be honest.
In the World Cup break, obviously. Right now, I want to talk to you about that. Remind me, Russell, about the World Cup transfers.
Okay.
About that. I've learned something today.
Yep.
About it. So, right, where am I now? 10th.
Yeah, you're on no
10th.
name. The guy's called No Name. /no name.
Yeah, Ismail Kohli. He got 63 points this week. Edison got him 2, and Saliba got 8, Dunk got 1, Trippier got 12, Webster got 1, Almiron got 8. God, he's doing well, he's Almiron. Saka is 5, Trossard is 5, Kevin De Bruyne is 14, he made him captain. So that would have been 7, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, 7, that's right, yeah.
7 pre-captain, yeah. Jesus 2, Haaland, vice captain 5. On the bench, he had Warden would have got him 6, Mitrovic 0, Young 1, Rodrigo 7.
Yeah, Rodrigo is a very deceiving player. He's actually very poor, but he gets goals. He actually, as a fantasy player, he's actually quite good, but as an actual real player, he's not good. So, he flatters to deceive, or does our Rodrigo?
Well, he's now on total points 394.
Yeah, he had a good week. He had a good solid week. There's kind of points nicely spread around his whole team. So I think every department got good points, basically. Especially in midfield. All his points in midfield are good.
Right, where did it look at 9th?
Yeah.
Tilly 007 got 63 points.
Yeah, good week.
This week, gone over the 400 total points bracket to 401. Edison got 9, Saliba got 7, Dunk got 2, Trippier got 11, Webster got 2, Almiron got 12, Saka got 4, Trossard got 7, De Bruyne got a 22, Jesus got 9, Mitrovic got 1. On the bench, Ward would have got a 3, but she did right for with Edison.
Is this Tilly's, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, because Tilly's... the picture you got on the screen, mate, isn't Tilly's team.
In it?
No, that's a different.
Yeah, Tilly's got Botman, Martinez, Creswell, Zaha, Trossard.
How have I done that?
I don't know. I don't know who that is, but I mean, I can run it through for you if you want me to name her, say who she's got.
Well, mate, who's the captain?
For me, mate, please. How have I done that?
It's no biggie. I think you probably.
Oh, it's because you got no names. You got no, because no names and him got the same, until he got the same amount of points. You put his in twice.
Right, do you want to run through the team for me, Russell?
Yeah, he or she. Ward in goal. Botman, Martinez, Creswell. So Ward got 6, Botman 2, Martinez 1, Creswell 1. So the defence, keeper did well. 3 defenders, but this is where it gets better for her, him or her. Zaha 12, Trossard 5, Madison 11, Rashford 2, Kane 16, Jesus 2, Haaland 5, and then he had Pickford 3, Foden 1, Gomez 1, and Williams 1. So his bench, all his best players were basically playing, or her best player. So yeah, good week actually. 63, 2 transfers they made. So they've got 1 transfer to his next week. So solid, and obviously an engaged manager. So solid. That good.
And that was 9th, wasn't it?
Yeah, then you got someone called Lee.
I
It's
hope I've
League
got Lee's
Road.
team right. Bloody hell. Have I got Lee's team right?
Sackings everywhere. We might have someone else getting sacked in the morning if you could.
Is that your team, Lee? I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's 3-4-3 is Lee's.
Yep, right. How many points did you get, Lee?
24. God.
That's good.
Yeah, I love fifth. I love that fourth.
Now you're 8. Well, I don't worry. Go through that team. Get that team read out, lad.
Nick Paul, give me breathing.
Yeah.
Cancel, give me nice 2. Trippier, give me 12. Williams, give me 1. Carvalho, give me 14. Izzy, give me 6. Josh Hart, give me 5. Jack Harrison, give me 1. Han, give me 5. Wilson, give me 1. And King, give me 8.
And on the bench, Iverson,
Anderson, give me 9.
Andreas,
Andreas, give me 6.
Sufel.
Give me 9. And Patterson, give me 1.
But you're up to 412, Lee. That's pretty good for you.
Yep. I come for you too.
Cool.
I come for you, Russell.
What did he say?
It's coming for you. It's coming for you, lad. It's coming for you.
I have got one question for you. Well, 2 actually. I guess that first bench is annoying to look at, but also, what's your plans for Jack Harrison? I'm intrigued.
What are you going to do with Harrison? Are you going to get him out?
I probably put him in. Probably put.
You've got one transfer, haven't you?
Yes.
So why don't you try and shift him out? Or do you like having him in?
I watched the game tonight, and Jack Harrison was actually poor.
Oh.
Free kicks, no idea.
Corners.
Corners give not good.
Well, let's say this, Lee. If Jack Harrison played tonight, mate, I don't think he's going to play at the weekend.
Nah, because I know. I think it was. I know. Gert has injured.
Gelchuk got injured as well.
Yep.
See, this is why I'm glad we didn't play any of his first team players, if you see what I mean. Couldn't afford to pick up any injuries.
Yeah. Well, Geldhart got injured, didn't he, tonight?
So you're happy with your team overall? Are you happy with the 412 points?
Yeah.
Good. Good.
No,
Yeah, I'm dropping like a stone. I'm sinking like a stone. I didn't share a screen, did I? Oh, bloody hell.
Who's this? Who are we looking at here?
This is my team. I got 61.
Oh.
I'm 7th, mate. I'm 7th, 422 in total. Ward got me 6. Castagna got me 6. Trippier got me 12. Cancelo got me -2. Zaha got me 12. Almiron got me 8. Foden got me 1. Martinelli, I was disappointed with Martinelli, got me 3. Haaland got me 5. Kane got me 8. Captain Wilson got me 2. Wow. Gutierrez got me 2 off the bench. He got me 2. Andreas would have got me 6. And so would he would have got me 6 and all.
Well, one thing I will say, mate, I love your captain choice there, Stu. Love it.
Yeah.
I did say to you, mate, on the stream, I went, "You sure you want Wilson?" Yeah, I want Wilson. Wilson. Went, fair enough, mate. Okay.
What are your initial feelings about team changes after this weekend? 1, 2, 3, or 4, or even an overall over 6 changes?
Well,
I want to discuss that in a minute, Amani, because there's disadvantages to changing all your team, and I'll go through it with you. I've learned it today. So there's disadvantages for you changing your team. Right, Statman FC got 57 points. Didn't do much better than us, Lee.
No, look at him. Sorry, I can't hear you down there. I can't hear you.
Let's get it Right, read them out, lad.
I got Pope in net with 3, Trippier with 12, Cancelo with a -2, Saliba got me 8, Kilman got me 1, De Bruyne got me 7, Xhaka got me 3, big man captain Almiron got me 16, Rashford got me 2, Alan got me 5, and Jesus got me 2. On my bench, I've got Ward with 6, Sinistera with 0, Mitrovic with 0, and Tanganga with a 0.
Famous Tanganga. And we got to you got to be let's get real. You got to drop Almiron. Come on.
No. You know what, right? This is how much I love Almiron this year. I'll drop De Bruyne instead of Almiron. That's how much faith I have in him.
Oh my God!
And don't call me the crazy one for a reason.
This is crazy. This is crazy talk. We need to keep this guy. Stu, we need to keep this guy out of the league. You can't.
I'm in my Pikachu onesie as well. There you go. Enjoy that.
God, he thinks he's in Japan.
It was just a shame about Cancelo this week. I think when I saw that red card, I think it was a harsh red card. To be fair,
yeah, I did. To be honest with you, yeah, yeah. But like I said, you must be happy with your team.
Oh, yeah, got a Captain Almiron comes up clutch again. Who thinks Haaland starts this week? Weekend. I only think Haaland starts if he's needed.
I think Haaland starts.
He's got to start. He's got no World Cup. I think Pep goes, well, if you can't get an injury, you've got a month rest anyway. So
and also they're still behind Arsenal. So for me, Haaland must. Surely he's going to start this weekend. He's actually had 2 weeks off, hasn't he? Now.
Yeah.
Right, so let's Liam's team out of the way. I'm just glad I didn't get 30 points, or we would have been.
They're still this week, yeah.
Right, Harry Patterson is in 5th. He got 55 points, taking his total to 429. Raya got 2, Trippier got 12, Saliba got 8, Cancelo got -2, Diop got 0. His midfield, so De Bruyne got 7, Trossard got 5, Martinelli got 3, Grob got 9. Wilson got 1 and Captain Allen got 10. On bench, Sanchez would have got 2. Tony, he was suspended, wasn't he? So he got 0.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, he was suspended.
Andreas got 6 and Scar got 2. So he had a pretty decent week.
Yeah, solid. Like I say, Delot's the one that hurts, I think, out of that lot. And Martinelli did nothing. Gross, he's back on the score sheet. So, yeah, I mean, again, it's the Wilson one, obviously, that's hurt a lot of people. I was quite happy seeing Wilson go off. That did make me chuckle, to be honest with you. So,
yeah, I bet you thought.
I wonder why. Oh.
I loved it. I was like, yeah, Wilson, get off your knobhead. I was like, get off at half time. Like, good.
I hope I haven't met the same booth with you. Harrison, Russell, your team.
Yeah, well, weird week for me. A really weird week. I had Ward because obviously we had the problems with the stream. So yeah, thankfully I was able to change it around. But I had Ward in goal. He got me 6 points. Brilliant. Alexander Arnold. He was frustrating me. Liverpool were really. I was at one point I thought I'm going to get a clean sheet, and if I could get another Salah assist or a goal, I was on for a really good week. But they conceded to Harry Kane, which also hurt me. Cancelo, so annoying, but thankfully he's still not suspended for next week, so we still get to keep him. Botman, 2 points. Again, all the Trippier people are laughing because he was still on the pitch when they conceded. This is where it hurts for me. Nico Williams got me 1, and I'll tell you why that hurts later on. Aronson 2. Again, Harrison. So unlucky not to get an assist or a goal. Shots blocked. Was on for an assist, but then he was just the player behind the player that got the assist. Very unfortunate. I'll skip over the next one. I'll go to him last. Eze 6, but he was on for 3 bonus points till Palace's last minute goal, so he could have had a lot more. Bernardo's frustrating. Harmony inspired me to get him, but I like Bernardo. But because they went down to 10 men, he had to drop deeper. He got the full 90, but you got a yellow card as well. So that was a frustrating one for me because I thought I could have done all right with Bernardo as a cheap alternative to Foden. And once we knew Foden weren't playing, I wanted Bernardo. Jesus 2, didn't get out, and Haaland 5. But my pied de resistance, shall we say, Salah, captain against Spurs, 2 goals plus bonus. Lovely, absolutely saved my week. I think he got more points than almost my whole team.
Right, I think you've been a bit of a boo-boo with your total points. How many total points did you get?
55.
55, yeah.
So no minus. And then Leno to Mitrovic, who we didn't know was injured. There was no news of him being injured. I had him on to play. This is what hurt me because I cast Iniesta 6 points and Andrea 6 points. But I put Nico Williams as my first sub. And you'd have seen on the stream, I was actually playing around with Castagna, putting him on and maybe dropping Williams behind. So I missed the 6 points there because I could have one of them instead of Williams. But I thought Williams would get more than the 1 point he did against Brentford. So quite frustrating for me, actually. Yeah.
Did Williams get man of the match? I'm sure he got man of the match, Williams.
I can't remember. I don't think he did. No. But, I mean, I've got red arrows in all my leagues, but they're only little red arrows, like a few points. It could have been... but before the Liverpool game, I was in big danger. But Salah literally grabbed me as I was drowning. He just pushed me back out and felt like a win in the end. It was beautiful.
Right, Manny says, Pep said his injury is worse than when they first fought. Very doubtful again. Looks like him coming off the bench. From what I have seen, I am doubtful. May select a captain on Friday night.
Really? Well, I'll wait for team news. That's what I'll do. So, I think he'll play. I don't know. But then again, I've been saying that for the last 2 weeks and he's not been playing. So, what do I know?
Right, so let's go with third then. Let's see with third. Darren Higgins has dropped to third. He only got 60 points this week.
Does that mean someone's taken over Darren in first?
Yeah,
Yes.
well, you'll have to wait and see. Right, Ward got 6 points. Cancelo -2. Trippier 12. Webster 1. Martinelli 3. Zaha 12. Salah 15. Foden 1. Haaland 10. Scamacca 1. Wilson 1. He didn't do too bad though, did he? If you look at that starting 11.
Oh no.
I mean, he had 3. I mean, Trippier, Zaha, and Salah are basically all my points come from one person. His points mainly came from 3 people, basically.
And Haaland got 10, didn't he? So he had Haaland, Zaha, Salah, and Trippier. He got 4. 4 players were in double digits.
Yeah,
that's mad. On bench, Gettier would have got him 2, so he did right for me. Ward. Patterson only would have gone 1. Gay got 2 and Andreas got 6. So I don't think anybody would have picked Andreas over Foden. Anyway, to start.
No, I mean Andreas, to be honest with you, he would have never come into my third. I mean, I fancy Mitrovic because obviously he's the main man, he's on penalties, but like you say, the way it panned out is actually Andreas started and he got the penalty because Mitrovic was injured. So but I mean he was the only Fulham player I was willing to play against Man City. And he didn't play anyway, so.
So he's third, is Darren. He's third, mate. Right, it's the second. Let's go second. Right, Richie FC, his son.
Richie Rich.
Second.
Richie Rich.
Oh wait. Read through that team for us while I just do some Russell.
Okay, so he got or she got Raya in goal 2 points, White 5, Trippier 12, Cancelo -2, Gahey 2, Almirion 8, Martinelli 3, Salah 15, Saka 5, Andrea 6, and Haaland captain 10 points. He had Ward on the bench 6, Tony 0, Mitrovic 0, and Cucurella 2. So actually his bench is pretty good because there's not been much wasted on that. I don't know if that was his real formation or maybe he had some players moved around to come off his bench. But 66 is solid. So
and his total points is 440, by the way.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to do.
Okay, right.
440 is total points.
Yeah.
So we've got a new leader, everybody. McAllister Bishop with Wilco's Wanderers.
That's why he's not.
74 points this week.
Yes.
Well done, McAllister. Gettier got 2, Strike 4, Trippier 12, Cancelo -2, Justin 7, Almiron with a vice captain 8, Foden 1, Salah 15, Martinelli 3, Captain Haaland 10, Solanke 6. So that giving me 74 points. On the bench, you had Iverson with 0, Mitrovic 0, Van Dijk 2, and Andreas would have got 6.
Do you know how he got his so many points?
I think so.
He used his bench boost.
Yeah, I thought he did.
Did he?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. He used his bench boost. And actually, I ain't one for throwing shade, but he didn't get
It's not very good in a bench boost of 8, is it?
Yeah, he's only got 8 points from his bench boost. So
And not just that, but Mitrovic injured. It's not exactly a good bench, but you want all 4 players to be.
yeah. I will. I'm going to punish him for that later on in the season because I'll make my 4 players on the bench will play.
Wow.
I mean, his first team's actually pretty good. I mean, Struik's quite. Yeah, I mean, he's got good points all around his team and his normal team. But he did get an extra 8 points from the bench. So he would have been on what? 66 points, basically. So, yeah, I was surprised when I saw the bench boost. So I noticed it after the game week. I thought he used his bench boost.
Thanks, Amanda. Though I didn't know. I'm saving mine. I used mine by accident, so I think I'm going to get a bit punished. But at least I don't have to worry about McAllister.
No.
He's used it now as well, so I'm all right. McAllister, sorry, but I'm glad that he used your bench boost and got
But he did still get the highest game week points, even with his bench boost. So, yeah. Well done on going back to the top, McAllister. I mean, the league's tight. If you look at the team, the league, it's quite tight.
So that's all the teams done and dusted. I'm going to stop sharing screen. I'm going to exit this now, exit all these, and then go on to when we need to go on to FPL screen. Official FPL screen. I can get that on.
While you're talking, I'm going to quickly grab the toilet and make a little cup of tea. Is that all right, guys?
No worries at all, my friend. No worries at all.
Okay.
Right then, Liam. So, what's your plans? What are you going to do with your team? All right, are you going to do much?
I don't think I'm going to do much. I generally don't think I am.
The only good thing though about this, right? The only good thing about this week is you can afford to be a bit risky because it's the last week. You might as well use your transfer up.
Shall I tell you something? This is going to be a weird one, but because I played a 3-4-3, I'm going to take Mitrovic out. I don't know who I'm going to bring him in for. I'm going to have to have a quick think because the deadline is soon. But I'm going to have to take Mitrovic out, unfortunately. Now, the biggest question is who do I bring in? I have no idea. I am completely flabbergasted who I need to bring in. I might bring in Martial from Man United just for this one game. I might just do it. Man United, I think Man United have got, who is it, Fulham? I believe. So I might just bring in Martial for this one game and see if he starts him or not. But I think that's it, really. I'm happy with the full team in general. I might not make Almiron captain. I know that's a lot of shock to you viewers out there. You know how much the amazing Almiron has been for me. But I think I'm going to make either. It's hard because I want to make either Cancelo captain because I kind of feel like against Brentford he's going to get the field a lot. So I don't know if I'm going to make Cancelo captain or De Bruyne captain. I'm thinking of putting Jesus as captain against Wolves, but Jesus hasn't really been in goal scoring form.
No, he's struggling. He's out a while now.
So it's between the Man United players because I got Rashford on the left mid, in the midfield. He could possibly start striker as well. So I'm in a bit of a pickle here. So it's either Cancelo, De Bruyne, or Rashford as my captains this week.
Well, I've done my transfers. I've done my transfers.
Thank you, Hermione. I think that's a good point. He's not showing up on the fantasy thing, Hermione.
No, it's weird. He served his one match ban again. He served his one match ban tonight in League Cup game.
Wait, that counts as the one. Wow. Okay.
He served his one match ban. That's why he's not down as flag.
Okay, right. That's better for all of us who have him in our fantasy. I mean, I know. I mean that's rules anyway, but that's a great little boost because then a lot of people don't have to worry about it.
For all we know, it could have been did he get red carded?
It was a straight red. It wasn't even 2 yellows.
He served his one match ban. That's why he's not on. That's why he's not going to be punished at the game. He missed the ninth game instead.
Yeah. Oh.
Headache.
Yeah. I'm not feeling very well.
You don't look well.
I might.
Shoot off, mate. You shoot off.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till Russell gets back and say bye to Russell. I don't want to be just like Cleve randomly.
Right. Well, as I was saying, be careful when you think about using your transfers during the World Cup.
I'm not me.
Right. Say if you finish on, I don't know, 766 points, and there's a group of 10,000 people on that same amount of points.
Yeah.
It goes by the limited amount of transfers you use during that World Cup break. The higher you finish up the table. So if you made 20 transfers and saved your team and saved your team and saved your team, and if someone made 14 transfers, they'd finish above you.
I've got a question. I mean, I guess for everyone, but it's mainly for you. Do you think the January transfer window is going to be a big impact on the value of players if they have a good World Cup? For example, just for James Rodriguez, he scored that amazing goal for Colombia back in the 2014 World Cup, got transferred to Real Madrid. Everyone gave him the highest praise and his value went up. Do you think that could convert to FPL as well? So, for example, if Saka...
I know prices freeze during the World Cup, don't they? The prices freeze.
Yeah.
You see, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to be a bit smart. I'm not going to make my transfers until the last week before,
I'm the exact same.
Finishes, then that way you know who's going to be injured, who's not going to be injured, and you aren't making countless endless transfers. I only want to transfer my team once, if that makes sense.
I think that's the best strategy to do. So people who are currently watching, or if you're watching this on playback, best thing to do for the World Cup, just sit back. Don't even look at your fantasy during the World Cup because nothing's going to change. Nothing can change during your fantasy. So you might as well just turn it off. I mean, you got the Fantasy World Cup League. I don't know what app we're doing that on, but we got that on, as you see bottom of the screen.
Yeah, it's I've put a link in the chat. It's the only one I could find what were free. Well, the Sun World Cup.
The Sun World Cup. I'll download it.
If you look in link, if you look in the description of this video, I've put the link at the top. So that's the link to the Sun Fantasy World Cup.
Yeah,
so that's in there, and then that's the code. I don't know how I did it, but I've done it.
Yeah, well, that's the only fantasy you have to worry about.
I can't tell you who I've picked.
No,
you can only spend so much. I think it's 50 million instead of 100 million or something like that. It's not like that anyway.
But that's what I mean. When it comes to the Premier League fantasy, don't even touch it. Wait till when the start of the World Cup game finishes, the World Cup final. As soon as that finishes, then sort your fantasy out. If there's any injuries or anything like that, that's the best advice I can give.
I don't know if you hear that, Russell, but if you does There's disadvantages for making numerous transfers during World Cup.
Okay. What there's
Right,
disadvantages to it.
Just say you're on 800 points. You finish with 800 points. There's 20,000 people with 800 points.
Yeah.
They count how many. If you've made 12 transfers and I made 14 transfers, you finish above me during the World Cup. So the same make the fewest transfers during that World Cup.
All right, are you finished? I was thinking, I thought it was like a pause. Are you done? Or...
Yeah.
Oh, okay then. So, what's the gist of that? Sorry, I was trying to understand what you meant. So,
Right, say if you're overall fantasy football league, there's a group of 1,000 people on the same amount of points.
right.
During the World Cup, the transfers, when he says it's unlimited transfers to your team.
Yeah, it's unlimited. Yeah.
Right. Well, it isn't. It's unlimited. Yes, it is, but they'll punish you for it. What I mean by that is, if you make 15 transfers and somebody makes 8 transfers, you'll finish below them because you've.
Oh, so what if you end up on the same points?
Yes.
Yeah. But it wouldn't affect us guys because
It affects your overall fantasy league, though, wouldn't it? It affects your overall fantasy league thing.
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest with you. I didn't realise that existed. You're telling me. I didn't realise. Right. Okay. I know what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah, I think it's. I mean, I guess they have to use some sort of metric, shall we say, that if you end up on the same points, how do we how do we make it different between people? I guess if you use more transfers during the World Cup,
yeah,
that is a way of still ranking it, even though you're actually probably on the same position. I mean, let's pretend in our league, me and you, Stu, I made more transfers than you, but we both ended up on the same points and we're top. To me, that would still mean we're both joint top. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I would say.
Yeah, so it won't affect the TDT league, but it'll affect your overall.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you're in a personal league like me and you got money on it, I guess that could open up a few arguments, should we say? But he's like, well, technically I'm above you. So, well, no, we're on the same point. So I guess there could be some tit for tat in other mini leagues with money.
You see the finish, though. He won't. I don't know if you'll be able to find out how many transfers you made during that World Cup period.
Well, in theory, you know where you can go on your transfer history. I presume after the World Cup, it would kind of still be on. It'll be on week. What week are we in now?
16.
Yeah, so maybe it'll be week 17 transfers still.
You will be able to tell how many transfers.
Yeah, I think maybe it'll show you all the history of who you're putting out. It'll still be on there somewhere, probably in the history bit. So
I'm gonna wait till probably quarter, semi or final, and then make my transfers.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to know that we've got this option to tinker with our team. You know, I think all of us, all of us, I think, I know I am. I am kind of getting to that next week thinking, oh, I can move a few, because there's a few players I'm looking at. I'm thinking,
yeah,
I can remold my squad ready for the next phase. So.
Amani says that she thinks she might captain Saka.
What, next week?
This weekend. Let's have a look.
Arsenal Wolves. Oh God, there's better options than that, love. Jeez.
The Premier League official fantasy app have said that he's the one to watch. So I don't know if she's going off that. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Won't be on my hit list as a captain. I mean, I'd like to own him, but I wouldn't be bothered about captain him.
Saka's getting more points than Martinelli, though, to be as an Arsenal thing. Saka's got more points overall.
Yeah, but there's better options, isn't there? I mean, look at the Man City and Liverpool players this week. I'd be all over them, to be honest.
Yeah, well, Liverpool, Southampton, innit? And they're managerless.
Yeah, exactly.
The stream keeps stalling. It's like you all have hiccups.
Oh, really?
It's smooth at my end. Is it smooth at your end?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine. Well, maybe it's different to the. Maybe it with up top that it that.
Right.
What is it? I'm gonna have to unfortunately leave because I'm feeling absolutely ill and everything.
You get off.
Yeah.
Okay, Liam. Lightweight,
sorry about this.
lightweight.
I am a lightweight. It's all right. I'm around. Will punish you for just for that. I shall see you all. Oh God, yeah! Next Wednesday will be the last one before the World Cup.
Yeah, well,
Ooh.
yeah, well, you'll be part of the World Cup one, which means your dad will advertise a bit later. We're going to do a World Cup fantasy football, so we'll be able to do some content during the break.
Yeah, we will. Okay, right. Thank you all for having me. I shall see you all. Thank
See
you.
you later. Cheers.
See ya. Bye.
It's gone.
While you answer that question, Stu, my cat's whining around me, ready to go out. So I'm going to put the cat out while you quickly speak to expat Paul and Harmony.
Yep, no worries. I have expat Paul, mate. Hope you're doing well. Unlucky Chelsea.
Come on, Anthony. Come on. Come on.
Right. Hang on a minute. Right. Unlucky Chelsea. What? In that game against Arsenal, I thought Arsenal deserved the 3 points at Ireland, Paul, if I'm honest. Arsenal looked really good. Right. Sadly, I had to log off and come back. Missed what you said about transfers. It was my TV's connection. All good now. Right. My man, what I was saying, my love, is the overall league, not our league, but your overall FPL. So say if you finish on 800 points, and there's say like 10,000, say 500 of us who were not in the TDT league, it won't affect that, but it'll affect the overall league. And there's 100 people on 800 points. Whoever makes the least transfers during that World Cup will finish above the ones who have made more transfers, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
So it does affect your overall league position in the overall position.
Yeah. It took me a while to understand what you're saying, but yeah, I get what you're saying now. Yeah.
So I learned that today.
Yeah, I didn't realise. To me, I looked at this World Cup break is just a bit I can just go crazy on my transfers, not worry. So
because I don't worry about my overall standings. This is this is what I care about. The TDT league standings.
Yeah, but we've already said that we've already come to an agreement that it won't affect. If people are on 800 points altogether, it's a draw, isn't it? It's as simple as that.
Someone can have top half, and someone can have bottom half, and someone can have base.
Yeah. I don't know if you answered the Cancelo thing, but Cancelo isn't banned because he'll be playing because he's not playing in the Carabao Cup, is he? So he'll be available. So I was really happy with that personally. I was like, oh great, he's suspended. And then I was like, I got told, oh wait there, that's brilliant. I can still play him next week. So yeah, he'll definitely be playing my team.
I don't know if I agree with that though, because it was a Premier League game he got banned.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Yeah, it's weird how they count it in the Carabao Cup. So strange. But hey-ho.
Right, so we've done his league positions, talked a bit about alternative captains, discussed a bit about, using your World Cup transfer points. Has anyone got any questions they would like to ask about the fantasy teams?
And while you're thinking of questions, we can advertise our World Cup fantasy football, can't we, Stu?
Yes, we can. I'm going to do some, see if this works. I'm going to create a banner. Ask.
Abracadabra.
Ask us anything. There you go. How's that?
Has it come up?
Yeah.
Where is it? I can't see it. It's not on the screen.
It is. Ask us anything.
Oh, ask us anything. I thought you was doing the World Cup thing. Yeah. Yeah, ask us anything, guys. Anything in the comments. What you're thinking for your team or what you think of our team, or what you think of the weekend, if you want to ask us. We're all ears right now.
Well, the link for the Sun World Cup is in the description of this video. It's at the top of the video. There's a link, so you just click on link and follow it, and then it's pretty straightforward, really.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the World Cup one. Also, we'll also probably do a show, which you mentioned last week, which I thought was quite a good idea, where we could maybe do a show and we could all show each other the teams we're kind of looking at with our unlimited transfers. What we keep coming up with, a few of our teams. I think that's a good idea. So,
oh, that doesn't worry me at all. I am making at least 7 changes. I think 1 or 2 off the wall ones, maybe.
Yeah, I expect no less from you, Harmony.
That is a point. What she said there about 1 or 2 off the wall ones. A lot of these so-called players who you think are going to get bankers for points haven't been.
No,
Jesus,
it's been a weird season.
Martinelli.
I mean, look at Alexander Arnold. He's literally been the best defender in fantasy football for the last 3 years. He's awful. It's just awful. So, yeah, I mean, I'm getting really punished for keeping hold of him. Maybe people like me who've been playing it for a while and we know how good Alexander Arnold's been in the past. It's actually probably, it's not good that we're holding on to him because it's affecting my rank overall because I'm like, oh, no, he'll come good because we're so used to him being good.
Yeah.
Hello, Darren. Darren's here. Hello. We're like a podcast and Darren's here as he drives. Don't crash.
Yeah. Oh, I can't be bothered with that World Cup cup. Nobody's a man.
Oh, Harmony, please. You know, once we start talking about it and we're doing videos on it, you'll be setting up your team and don't pretend you won't.
I tell you, it's not, bro. It is a bit. It is. I mean, I don't know many players outside Premier League.
Yeah, but you know national teams, don't you?
Not really, because I don't watch unless it's tournament football. I'm not really into it.
I did the fantasy football one in the World Cup of 2010 when Spain won it, and it was good fun actually. Once you get into it and you start just there is a lot of teams that you probably won't know the players, the smaller teams, but it's good. It's just like the normal fantasy football, but just national players in a bigger tournament, and it will go. I think you probably get more transfers, won't you? Because because obviously it dwindles down, doesn't it? So I think it'll be a lot different to what we do. But I think when I remembered it was good fun. I enjoyed it.
I mean, I know Karim Benzema is and Lionel Messi and Rafinha and players like that are, and the Champions League players, but your lesser team players I'm not sure about. Senegal and Ghana and stuff like that, and
you might find that there's some players that you don't think you always get in the World Cup countries and players that come out of nowhere. Like how you do in the Premiership. You always get the old player that comes out of nowhere. It's the same in the World Cup. You'll get a nation that does really well, which no one expects to do well, and you always get breakout World Cup stars. So it's basically the same as fantasy football, but you're just doing it on a national level.
There's a lot of them players in Denmark team. Yeah,
like I say, there's always, like you had Ghana in 2010. They did really well. Trying to think of the last World Cup. Russia got quite far in the last one. Who else did well in the last World Cup? It was who did England play in the final? They got Croatia. I mean, look at Croatia, all the way to the final. So I mean, you automatically go to your Germany's, Italy. Well, not Italy. They're not in it. Holland. But take my advice, there's going to be a couple of gems for your fantasy football from smaller nations. There'll be someone that comes out of nowhere. There always is. There's always breakthrough stars in the World Cup. That's why
I didn't know them AU brothers, Jordan AU and other AU. I didn't realise they're part of Ghana. They chose Ghana as the national country.
Do you know what was my favourite World Cup ever? USA 94. And England weren't even there. I remember
that was tournament we didn't qualify for, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's in America. So I remember watching the games late, and I think because I was in my teenage years, I probably got fondness because it was that time of my life, and I just adored that World Cup when you had Sweden, Romania, and Bulgaria. You had Hadji, Thomas Brolin, Kenneth Anderson, Stoichkov, one of my favourite ever players. It was just such a great World Cup because there was all these small nations getting really far in it. I just love that. I love that World Cup. I really want Bulgaria to get to the final. Yeah, I think they went 1-0 up against Italy and they lost 2-1 in the end. But it's just been great to us. I love it when you get even Croatia, even though they knocked England out. I love the fact that they got to the final because they're such a small country. You know, it's great. I love it when stuff like that happens. It's far more interesting.
My first proper tournament when I started watching tournament football was Euro '96.
Oh, that's a good one to have that.
Yeah, that one. I remember bunking off school.
What about Italia '90? That must have been around your thing, wasn't it? That was a big one, wasn't it? Italia '90.
I would have been 10.
What? Calm down, something. Wait, let me let the cat. While you're talking to the guys, the cat's come back in. He's been a diva right now. Bear with me, like his owner. Come on now. This way. Come on.
That's a good question, Amani. So what happens when your team gets eliminated and you have no players? I think as far as I'm aware, you know, like ours is a weekly thing, you know, where you can make transfers game week. I think this is like a bloody, it's similar to that, but a daily one or something. I'm not sure how it works. It's confusing. It's really confusing. I don't hold much hope in it, if I'm honest, doing it really. I really don't, because I think it's going to be so. It's the rules, there'll be different rules to what we're used to, and it'll be so confusing. I find things that life's confusing enough, but I've done it. I've created it for people to join it if they want to join it. I've picked a team. Don't ask me who's in it, because it doesn't even tell you how much you've got remaining when you bring in a player, you know. So it's all about bloody trying to pick players who don't put bets to let you have them all.
And I don't yet.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't yet.
Are you gonna be doing it?
I think so, but I don't know. I don't know yet.
What happens? I don't know. You bring up the rule. It'll explain it all. I know what you mean. The way when I did it in the 2010, it was easy. So we'll kind of learn together on it. But I'm sure they've got things in place where you can probably make more transfers and won't get punished for it. I've got a funny feeling you'll probably be able to do more transfers than you can in this. So
yes, I think we can. Because we're talking about it on the, what do you call it?
Fantasy Scout.
Fantasy Scout, yeah. They were talking about it on Fantasy Scout.
When does the World Cup start?
20th of November.
You're joking. So it's next week.
It's next week. It's Amani's birthday on 20th of November.
Oh my God. It doesn't even feel real, does it?
No, it don't. It don't.
I
think that's the difference. I think that's what the problem. Is it that one? Is it that one? Yeah, I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. How to play it right. Right, here you go. Right, I'm going to share the screen with you so you can have a look at these rules, Russell. Let you talk through these. You understand it better than I do.
Okay.
Share. Right, I'm going to zoom it in for you as well.
Okay.
Zoom it in. Zoom it in. Here we go. -1. Right, so that's your rules.
So give your team a name and choose your formation. Oh, what? So if you click on it, does it tell you a bit more information?
No.
Oh, it doesn't. It just
no.
Okay, that's a bit weird, isn't it? You think it would?
Yep, that's it.
Create provisional team of initial players. Choose as many players as you like from a single nation. Oh, choose as many players as you like from a single nation.
Yeah.
So you could basically pick the whole Brazil team.
Yeah.
You have estimated prices until squads come. The value of team Right. Actually, that's like, yeah, you can't just pick a whole team, can you? Only got 50 million. That's weird, isn't it? Because we're used to 100. Will alert you when the squad list and prices are confirmed. Max unlimited changes until the first game. Can you not press that little dot thing on the side? Does it not tell you if you press, what next to each bit? Does it not give you any more information than that? Seems a bit vague, doesn't it?
That's it. That's all information we're giving at this moment in time.
Okay, well, we just have to keep an eye on it. That's pretty easy, though. I mean, it'd be interesting if you can change formation, or we all get the same one.
So, and it says that player values will not change during the tournament either.
Oh, they won't?
No.
Yeah, I mean, what you'll have is you'll have a mix of like premium players and a mix of players you hope are like surprise packages. I think that's how it'll work. So it'll be probably different to what we're used to, but we'll get used to this. It'll be good fun. I'm looking forward to doing a World Cup one. So yeah, I think it'll be all right. I think we'll have a bit of fun with this. And it's nothing serious, is it? I think the other one's a bit more, a bit more competition. This is a lot more relaxed, the World Cup one, isn't it? Just a laugh, really.
I think I will have a nice family holiday instead. Where shall I go?
Fantasy holiday. Ooh, God, if you could go anywhere in the world, I don't know, where would be good?
I'd love to go to Australia.
Australia?
No, I would. I'd love to go to Australia, yeah, I would.
I'd like to see Scandinavia, even though you could. That's quite local. I guess maybe if it's further abroad.
America? New Orleans in America.
Yeah, I'd like to go to America again. I did like America. Yeah, I'd like to see America again.
Yeah, I'd like to see New Orleans. I would.
Or South Korea. That'd be a nice one. That's interesting. South Korea. Not North, South.
Where would you go if you could go on holiday, Lee, anywhere in the world?
Brazil.
Brazil.
Brazil? Wow. Looks like Lee wants to get kidnapped. Go to South America, you never come back.
Yeah, he wants to see up local dens and hills. You know what I mean?
Yeah, be careful. So yeah, it's going to be interesting this week, fantasy football. I mean, I'll reveal more probably in the old visit Thailand. Yeah, Thailand would be interesting, actually. Yeah, that would be interesting. It'd be interesting on the deadline. I've got a few plans in my head. I think I'm only going to make one transfer. I think that's what I've kind of agreed on, because it's a weird week, isn't it? Because we've got nothing after this week. So, you literally just got to make sure you pick whoever gets. I mean, you always try to pick whoever gets the most points, but it feels like a kind of a weird free hit this week, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, do you think people are going to take risks, Russell, this week with it last week to try and catch up?
I think they would. Yeah, I think people might be willing to go, do you know what? I'll be happy to take a minus, because it's like, you've got the World Cup and you've got like unlimited transfers after, and people might take a bit more of a risk this week. So yeah, I think people would be that way more inclined, I'd have thought. So I think I know my move, but I'm going to start formulating my plans more Thursday, Friday. So yeah, I've got a few theories in my head. What time's the deadline for this week? What is it? Oh, 11 o'clock. I might even be able to pop on the stream for that one. So
I won't be doing a stream on Saturday.
You're not?
I'm taking Lee to that Christmas fair.
Oh, fair enough. Well, I won't be on the stream then. Oh, that's made it simple then. I'm thinking Firmino. I think Firmino. If I had Firmino Harmony, I'd definitely be playing him this week. Southampton home. I think he'll start. Saying that, he came on a little bit tonight. I did notice he was playing, but I don't think he started.
So how did Liverpool do?
They won on penalties.
Oh, they won on penalties.
Yeah, but they had the kids out basically.
Right.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. I think it's going to be very. I think I'm going to be pretty happy with Leeds and in fantasy, and I think it'll be nice and settled over the period. The probably players.
It's just that one. It's just that one weekend, isn't it? It's only Saturday, Sunday because there's no games Monday.
No Monday games or anything. So
yeah, that's a relief, really. Because then from Monday, well, from Saturday, really, after 3 o'clock games. No, maybe Monday, won't it? When you can start making all your changes on Sunday. Sorry.
Well, Monday I'll start be looking at the World Cup one. I'll be like, right, I've got to get my World Cup team together now.
Well, I'm hoping that there's more information on it because it's very vague at the moment.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Alisson, Harmony, go Alisson. I think Chelsea will score against Newcastle.
Yeah, I'd go Alisson as well, Amani, if I'm honest. I think he's a solid keeper.
Do you know what captaincy this week's interesting?
Yes.
I think there's a lot of options for captaincy.
Yep, Kane, Salah, Haaland, if you're willing to take a risk. But I'm definitely gonna look. I can never go against Haaland as a captain. So when he was vice captain, that's the only way I could do it. And my captain will be Salah this week against
your captain's going to be Salah. Really?
That'll be my captain this week against Southampton. Yeah.
I'll be intrigued to see if you stick with that, Stu. If team news comes out and Haaland starts, you're going to stick with Salah.
If I hear something before 10 o'clock Friday, before I go to bed, I'm having an early night Friday. But before 10 o'clock Friday night, if Haaland's starting, I'll go Haaland. But I don't think he's going to start. I just think he'll use him if they need him.
What time will you be out the house before the deadline?
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
I guarantee you'll still be checking. Whatever you're doing, I bet you're going, I'm just going to have a quick look on my phone just to get to see if
no, do you know what I do? This is no word of a lie, and you can please start with me. Every time I go out of my house, I leave my mobile phone at home.
Really?
I don't take it with me.
Good, fair enough. Okay, then. So once you've picked it, that's it then. You're done.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Because
I bet you pick Haaland.
No, I'm 99.999% sure that I'm going with Mo Salah as my captain.
Okay. I mean, if you, I'll tell you what, I think I've got balls. I went Salah.
Yeah, I'm going to go Salah because Southampton, they're not going to be much of a threat for Liverpool, are they?
Well, not in theory, but we all know how Liverpool have been this season.
But they're starting to find a bit of form lately.
Yeah. I'm on about rest of the season. How many more times or so? Oh, sorry, Harmony. Well, Pope. I mean, that's a hard one. Pope's top of the points, isn't he, overall? But you'd like to think maybe Alisson would, over the season, get more points, I'd have thought.
Oh, she's ditched Ramos this week for a defender, both Russell and Stu. And on a minute, I have ditched Ramos this week for a defender, both Russell and Stu, and I plan to keep him going forward. Not a City player.
Do you know what she means by that?
I have ditched Ramos.
Yeah, so Ramos Christian's gone.
Yep, this week for a defender, both Russell and Stu.
Oh, so she's got a defender that we own, right? So this is kind of coded talk. She's telling us we have to discover the answer ourselves.
Right. So it's not a City player. It's somebody who me and you have.
Well, who do we both have the same player? It'd probably be that defender then, I'd have thought.
Well, it's not Cancelo, is it? If you know Man City player, who did it? Who have I got? Oh gosh! Right, let's have a look. Who have you got in your defence? It's amazing, isn't it? We've been playing this game nearly 16 weeks and we don't know his defence. What's going on?
Is it Botman? Alexander
Castagna.
Arnold? Casting, yeah. Yes. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Harmony. Stu copied me for that one. 100% Stu copied me on casting, yeah.
No, but difference between me and you, mate, is I play him. I don't stick him on my bench.
Well, I didn't fancy him at Everton. I thought they'll concede. So,
Yeah,
don't worry.
well,
Hey, look, Stu, it's not a bad thing. I copy people. If I think I copied Harmony and went Bernardo, I was inspired. I was flirting with that, and I actually copied Lee for Eze as well. I'll copy people if I need to. If I feel like I'm not. How can I put it? I haven't got pride. I'm happy to copy if it means if I can block a player, copy them, or do whatever it needs to do to win. I'll do that all day.
you are the only two with him.
Yeah, he's an odd bit. I mean, Leicester's defence is brilliant recently. I mean, they've got loads of clean sheets, haven't they?
She's also eyeing up Justin as well. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
James
Well,
Justin is doing well.
I think there's a few teams that are got good fixtures after the World Cup. Man United, I think, are pretty good on the ticker. So,
If you're wanting an outside chance with a Leicester player, Amani, look at Foes, F-O-E-S, F-A-E-S, Faze. He's a really, really good defender, honestly. I like him a lot. He's on my bench, his face. He got me 6 points and
yeah, no, I saw that. You're like me. You had 2 6-pointers on the bench.
I was gutted.
Yeah, I was annoyed as well.
I mean, how can that be? Martinelli and Foden both combined didn't get as many points as Andreas.
Yeah, well, I didn't. Who did you say then? Foden and Martinelli. He actually got 2 more points than Bernardo. So I'm glad he didn't score because he's the one I sacrificed for Bernardo. But I think I'm going to keep him, Bernardo. I think he'll start again against Brentford. So.
But you see what I mean, though? The players like Foden, Martinelli, Wilson, 2 points, and it 1 point because I did catching, so he doubled my points and got me 2. But Foden only getting 1. It's weird.
Just think how well you'd have done if you'd picked your captain right, Stu. You'd have had a really good week.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean, me and you had the opposite. You had a good all-round week. I had an awful all-round week, but I got my captain absolutely bang on. You didn't. So we're roughly around the same points. One player basically pulled me through the whole thing.
Justin's a bargain at 4.3 million. He is when you consider, I think, is it Patterson for Everton? He was 4.1 or something. Well, he was.
Yeah, I've got my eyes on a few other little bargains, I'm thinking, because I need to get some money in. So, yeah, I'm definitely I'm definitely going to be tinkering around with my team. Definitely for in the World Cup.
Well, This is my plan, right? I can't say what players to land, but this is my plan. Right, I'm gonna stick. I'm gonna have one good keeper in net. I'm gonna play hopefully 3-4-3 formation.
Oh, what for the World Cup thing?
No, when I make my transfers for this.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sticking with. I'm gonna have a good central defender in my 3. I'm gonna have 2 good central midfielders, and I'm gonna have 1 really good striker up top. Then I'm gonna build around the rest of it with some smaller.
You're not going to copy me though, are you, Stu? Again.
Copy you. Yeah. I don't need to copy you, mate. I'm catching. I'll be catching you. Don't you worry.
Lee, is Stu a copier? Is he a copier, Lee?
No.
Oh, you're only saying that because he's sat next to you.
Yeah, no, I've got my own mind. I do my own thing.
I'm really gambling. If I do what I am planning, we'll be going for 352. Mainly got a real out there choice for first striker, very cheap. Oh, 352. That's a 352. Oh, she's going 352. All right, so you'll go more midfield. Okay.
got a really out there choice for third striker, very cheap.
It is nice, though, isn't it? Knowing you can really play around with your team. I'm gonna really go through a few scenarios. I think over the World Cup.
Well, it's just like pre start of season all over again, isn't it?
Yeah, so strange, isn't it? It's so strange.
Yeah, nice. Have you noticed my new room? I said I'd get a new room, and I've got one.
A new what? Sorry.
My new room on my picture behind me.
Oh yeah, it's just you're like you're in You remember that first Resident Evil game, the very first one. You're like your Resident Evil's manor.
Yeah, well, I wanted a big room because so I could play wheelchair with Derby around my big hall in front of the open fire. You know what I mean?
You got to put some more logs in that fire, mate. It's going out.
Yeah, I know. It's looking a bit dead, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you might find on the 24th of December you'll have some little legs poking out of that.
No, yeah, there's a place for my Christmas tree behind Lee, don't you, where the Christmas tree will be put up. It's already put up in the house. I'm going to put it up at the beginning of December. I love Christmas.
That's funny.
So I've got a nice Christmas tree with lights flashing on it and all sorts.
Just fancy going bonkers, it seems me. It does. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing. Oh, are we going to do that thing? Everybody should take a picture of their team. We should remember the team and see what everyone's team looks like after the World Cup and see how much everyone checked in.
Yeah, well, what I'll do is I'll capture them all.
Yeah.
I'll capture them all for when they do the points like I have. And I'll make sure
we'll do it. You could even do like a semi-show before and after to see what everyone did. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, I'm intrigued to see how many changes people make.
Just fancy going bonkers. It suits me.
I tell you what, though, Harmony's very loyal, isn't she? She's very dominant. I like the fact that Harmony, she loves the fantasy football. She loves getting on the show. Can you imagine if Harmony wasn't here? It'd be us guys just talking to ourselves.
Yeah, no.
Which we could do. Yeah,
I've done that before now, mate. I've talked to myself in an empty room many times.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It'd be good. I'm looking forward to the World Cup fantasy football. I'm looking forward to kind of tearing my team apart, and I'm looking forward to the last weekend of the Premiership, and then we'll, I'm hoping I don't drop too much. I'm pretty comfortable. I'm pretty confident that I'll still be in it. That's what I'm hoping. And actually, in the real world, it's good that Leeds won't be in the bottom three either. So that's guaranteed not to happen. So.
Well, I'll share screen with you now, actually, so you can actually see how close it really is at top. How close it really is, on actual league. It's very close indeed. I'll zoom it in as well for you, Russell, so you can see it.
Yeah.
That hasn't worked, has it? Escape, right. That one on. It's that one. Right, so that's your top there. There's only 373. There's only 4 points to separate first and third.
Yeah, and even from McAllister down to me, that's only 19 points.
Yeah, and I'm only 7 points behind you.
Yeah, exactly. Who's at the bottom? What's their points on?
Gruffalo, but remember he started really late. He's on.
Oh, okay, so he came. Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Look, he's on 138. That's not fair, is it? Really? I don't think that's fair.
No, it should have started from game week 9.
Yeah. See, anyone that joins now is pointless, isn't it? Really for them.
Yeah, well, that's it. You see, this is why I'm gonna, when we do it for next season, I will do it a bit earlier. Well,
so actually, in theory, Happy's she's bottom, isn't she? Really?
Yeah.
See, 336 points, and what are we on? 4? Yeah. So actually, there is a bit of a gap between bottom and us guys.
See, Amani's on 362. She's Amani should be looking into pushing into top 4. Getting to 400 points, Mark.
I think what's going to be really interesting for this league is when we start playing the chips. When the chips come into play, that'll be interesting because there could be some big swings then.
Yeah.
So my team surely got to bite back this week. Well, Harmony, let's find out. You're the captain of the Harmony ship, the ship Sweden.
Yeah, it's got to bite back. You've got to get up there, man. Love.
Yeah, things have changed quickly. You're right. Yeah, 3 weeks ago there was 15 points between 3rd and 11th. Things have changed. Yeah, well, that's fantasy football. Things can change so quickly, and that's what we love about it. I mean, look at me. I was literally on 22 points until Salah played for me, and then I moved up to 55 just through one player. That's how much. That's what I love about fantasy football. It was. You know what? I was annoyed all weekend. Leeds made me happy, but I just kept having this horrible feeling. And then for that one half against Spurs, I was in such a good mood. I was like, "Yes, Paul, brilliant." There's no better feeling, is there, when you get that one player and they pull through for you and the captain. The same. Yeah.
When it happens to us.
Sometimes that's better than when you have just a good week. When you kind of get it at the very end, it actually feels better than when you just don't had a good week overall.
But yeah, I mean, it's so close. It's so close, and it's how it should be.
Yeah, it's good. It's going to be good. But like I say, guys, we'll what do you think next week, Stu? We'll do a World Cup. Maybe next Wednesday we'll do a World Cup show.
Well, we'll do the tables where people have finished it first half, and then World Cup.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh yeah, we can still review the this weekend. I keep forgetting. Yeah, we could probably split it into two, couldn't we? We could probably have half this, and then we could really go. So we'll probably start looking at this World Cup thing a bit more intensely.
Well, I'm going to start watching some videos and making some notes about how they explain the rules and stuff.
Okay then.
Just in case there isn't anything up, but this should be by next week, surely.
Yeah, I think so, because we're only 3 or 4 days from the World Cup starting, then, aren't we?
I know the fantasy scout team are going to be doing a lot of work on the World Cup.
Okay, are they doing this one as well? This league, or is they doing their own one?
Well, I think they're doing their own league. This is our league. You know that code at the bottom? That's for the TDT World Cup League.
But it's with the Sun paper, is it? The Sun?
Yes.
Okay, then. Right.
Next time
we'll probably want to put that.
Create your own league.
Yeah, we'll probably want to put that as well, mate. Just say it's the Sun World Cup Sun. Because people have that code and they'll go, well, where do I go to put the code in, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, well, that's why hopefully if they read the description of the video, there's a link where they click on it and it takes them straight to it.
Okay. But Harmony, we could just keep this, but we've got nothing to keep up. So we might
unless what we could do is when we do the World Cup one, if we do a quick half an hour chat, because there won't be as many players playing it.
No.
On the World Cup. And then if you want, Amani, what we could do for people like you and others is you send me your some drafts you want us to put up on the screen of what you're thinking of doing. Don't make this, don't save, change your team, but don't save it. And then take like a screenshot of your screen. Send it in and we'll see then we can go through some ideas of what we're thinking about doing.
Yeah, basically what Stu's really saying is he can copy your team. Yeah, why don't you send me all your screenshots in and we'll pretend to do a show, but really I'll just be like going, oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. It's okay, Stu. I'll do the same as well, mate, if I was in your position.
Yeah. Look, I'm coming now. I'm coming for you now. So,
that's what I want.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
funny.
For you.
That's funny. Hey, mate, I'm not lying to you. I copy people. My mate, the other one who I speak about all the time, we got to about 6 game weeks left. I call it pythoning people. Pythoning. You're like a python, it squeezes people.
Yeah.
If I've got someone who I need to be, a rival, I just start copying their players, slowly squeezing them until we get to the end and I've killed them. Yeah, I'll copy. If I can kill them off slowly, so then they have to take more risks because they're
So
not.
if you're in Leeds, you'll just keep copying them.
Yeah, I'll
Because
copy
you
him.
keep
Mate,
it
I'll
up.
copy. If it means I can win it, I did it. I did it to him a couple. He hated it. He goes, "All you're doing is copying me." Yeah, I'm going to keep copying you or predicting your moves until I win, and I beat him because he couldn't. He couldn't get out of it. So I call it pythoning. I do
But
like.
you're one of these kids who used to cheat at playing marbles in school bloody playground.
I used to have a big ball bearing. It was huge. I had like a daddy one. My dad got. He used to work at like Siemens, and I think he found this ball bearing. It was like the king of the marbles in the play yard. It's like a real big thing. I've got it upstairs in the attic somewhere actually. Pretty dangerous. If you put it in a sock, you definitely kill someone with it. It's just whacked them on the head with it. So yeah, the king of the marbles. I hope.
And I think that's what you do, don't you? If a player's 100 points in front, you take them out. So you don't have to pay.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't do it myself. I'd hire someone. I don't want the blood on my hands. I'll pay for someone else to do it instead. As your YouTube,
probably a special birthday show. I will put on a show. We'll definitely do something for your birthday, man. I promise. I promise we'll do something for your birthday. See you all after the World Cup. Happy early birthday wishes, Amani.
Yeah, good to see you. Good. I hope you enjoyed his Darren in your podcast. It's like he's driving, so be careful.
Yeah, I am actually working that night. Oh bloody hell! Bless you, Darren. Well, that's not good, is it? What's the point of putting it? I'll tell you what I'll do then, Amani, for you. I've got your email address. We'll do a private message and send you it. How's that? I can do that.
It's like that Tina Turner song, isn't it? Private Dancer. He might even give you a private dance on your birthday, Harmony.
Well, she wants thrilling, not bloody killing, I'm telling you. If I did old shake, rattle and roll, I don't know what part I'd be shaking most. Never mind. Well, if you got else you want to add, Russell?
No, I think we've there's obviously no stream Saturday. I was going to tell you after Stu, but doesn't matter. I think I might have been struggling to get on it anyway, so you probably saved me by saying you weren't going to do it. Good luck everyone for this week. Hope you make the right picks. Please join the Suns fantasy thing. We're going to try and do that over, and then we'll come up with some ideas to between the World Cup of maybe looking at each of his teams and things like that. So yeah, it's been a good show. I've enjoyed it, and hopefully we finish on a good fantasy week, all of us, and Leeds win as well. So that'd be good. Double bubble.
And also, Amani, don't leave it to the last 10 minutes to if you're going to change your team on deadline day, because you've seen what happens before. It keeps crashing. So if you can try do it that Saturday morning, well before, try do it as early as you can.
It's 11 o'clock. Yeah, 11 p.m. So doesn't Harmony normally change her team Wednesday? She's usually on the street going, "Oh, I've changed my team." So I'm surprised you get caught out. I usually do it way before all of us.
Deadline's 11 o'clock Saturday. Yeah, 11 o'clock Saturday, Amani, love. So try and do your team for about 10:30 or something. So that way you've got plenty of time. Because everyone's going to be wanting to do the same thing. They'll wait till last minute to get some leaked Man City news, and then they all jump on it.
Yeah, I think I'll probably be that person. I'll be like,
but it worked for you this time. This time round, did it?
It did work for his jokes. I had Haaland as captain, so thankfully I swapped it and I got on Salah. So it kind of didn't work, but did work in a weird way.
Yeah. Right, well then, guys, I think we'll wrap it up, mate. Are you working tomorrow, Russ?
Yeah, I'm tired, man. I'm gonna finish the stream, bath, bed, let the cat in, then work tomorrow, work on Friday. So
all fun and games then.
Yeah, all fun and games. Back to the grind, shall we say?
Good man.
I've already done my team on Saturday, you mean? Injuries and captain will be my only decisions. Oh, so you're waiting on injury news and who's captain. Well, you're in a good position then. I've still got all that to figure out.
Yeah, well, it's all fun. It's all fun. Yeah, well, look, guys, thank you for joining us. Much appreciated, everybody. Really do appreciate it. There's only one thing left to say, guys. Thank you for watching this edition of the Table Team. And until next time, it's a goodbye from me.
Go on, mate.
Goodbye from me.
Hang on a minute. Well, there we go.